Hey guys, it's Christine, also known as Ivy Winter. Thank you for joining me for another unpopular Disney opinion. And today I have a super special guest. Isaac from Wotso Videos is here with me. Hello, Isaac.
Hello.
So for those who don't know you, though they should because your videos are amazing, why don't you tell them a little bit about what you do over on your channel?
Well, over on my channel, Wotso Videos, I discuss Disney character profile videos called Full Stories, and I discuss Disney theories. So between those two things, I'm all about exploring the magic of Disney films.
Yeah, I really, I've been watching your channel for a really long time, and I love it because I'm one of those people, that when I love something, I love getting really in-depth into it. I will analyze everything. So if you are one of those people, then you should watch his channel because it'll probably get you to think about things that you didn't even realize when you're watching certain movies or shows or all of that. So it's really great. And I'll make sure there is a link down below so you guys can check that out. But today's unpopular opinion, man, is pretty unpopular. When you approached me and you said, hey, this is how I feel about this one ride, I was like, okay, we need to talk because I think everyone who follows me knows how much I hate this ride. But I am willing to hear you out. So we're talking about Stitch's Great Escape, which replaced Alien Encounter in Tomorrowland. Is it still open? Is it officially closed? I don't even know anymore. I feel like every time I'm there, it's like influx.
Yeah, last time I went over the summer, it was still open, but I feel like they're just using it for like summer rushes now.
Yeah. Last time I was there, there was a Stitch meet and greet, but I don't think the ride itself was open.
Yeah.
But you love this ride, apparently. So I give me your pitch, give me your spiel. Why do you love Stitch's Great Escape?
So I did some research into it because I didn't remember when when it first opened, but I found out it opened in 2006. So that was when I was 8 years old, and so when I saw Lilo and Stitch in theaters, that was the first Disney movie I ever saw. So I already had like a really deep connection with Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
And then over the course of a few years, then I was watching like the Lilo and Stitch, the series show that explored like all the different experiments and things along those nature. So I was really into Lilo and Stitch when this ride finally released in 2006. So I was in the perfect position to enjoy it. And so being able to like go within the Lilo and Stitch like alien world and have like Gantu and the Grand Councilwoman and Pleakley actually like speak to you and see the different experiments and aliens in real life was really cool. And although I know they definitely cranked down the like scary and intenseness from Alien Encounter, at the time it was still kind of like an intense thing, like having it like all the lights turn off and not knowing where Stitch was hopping around and everything like that. It was a really cool and immersive experience for someone who was really into Lilo and Stitch at the time. Now, last time I went, I started to see some of the flaws and how it hasn't aged as well, but I definitely still enjoyed being able to like hear the Lilo and Stitch like alien music and hear Pleakley talk to you, and with all of those things, that's why I really enjoyed it.
And so when you say enjoyed it, you mean you enjoyed that corn dog smell. Like you were like, yes, this is what I want in my face and this is what I need in my life. This is corn dog smell.
Well, it's just like, it's tough to be a bug. No, you don't want the stink bug to spray you, but it's still part of the fun 4D experience.
Okay. I mean, so it's interesting because I think the reason why you love it is almost a reason why I don't love it. in that part of the reason you love it is nostalgia, right? You
yeah.
tied this first movie you ever saw to this ride, and as a kid it was impactful. And I feel like that is why the reason I don't like Stitch is because I loved Alien Encounter. And again, I think it's nostalgia for me because I'm a bit older than you, so I rode that when I was younger, and I mean, man, did it stick with me, because yeah, it was terrifying. But I was also a weird kid who liked a lot of horror movies, so like it was like right down my alley. But I think it's almost the same sort of thing as like where I have a nostalgia for the old ride, and I'm of the camp of like, yeah, it was scary. I mean, I can understand the reasoning Disney had behind changing it when you think about where it was located, like especially being in the Magic Kingdom, and it's this family-friendly kid park, and then you have this terrifying ride. I almost wish that they had just moved it. Like, I feel like you could have moved that maybe to Epcot and given a little warning about it being scary, and it would have been a little better received.
Or Hollywood Studios would have been perfect fit for that.
Yes, 100%. But so I admit that I have a bias the other way because I have nostalgia for the original ride. But it's interesting to hear the perspective of someone who's just like, I was a really big Stitch fan, and I would take like, they're giving me this ride around him, and like that's I think that for me in general, like it almost segues into the whole Stitch thing in general, because I never understood it. Like, I was never a big fan of the character. I was one of those people who is like, why are they putting them on t-shirts with, like, the Fab Five and, stitches on the shirt, like, messing things up, and like,
that is something I still feel, like, hesitant about.
Okay. So even though you like him, you're not, like, want him all over the place.
Yeah, like, I like Stitch, and I like Stitch stuff, but I don't always enjoy when, like, it's, like, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, and then Stitch. Like, that was something that always kind of was weird to me. Like, I collected these Disney characters that were dressed up as, like, Star Wars characters before they purchased Disney. That was one of the things they had.
I remember that,
and it would have all these, like, iconic characters, and then Stitch was always one of them, too. And that was something I never, like, totally feel okay with still, but like, at the time, it made sense why they made the ride, and it definitely fit within what I liked about it. Because early 2000s, there were not very many, like, still iconic Disney movies. So Lilo and Stitch was kind of, like, the only one that I feel like has really stuck around with, like, Disney fans that has still been, like, widely accepted. Because lots of them have kind of gotten like their little niche communities, like
Tangled and Princess and the Frog. Like, people love them, but I don't think it's that same sort of. It isn't as widely embraced, I think, with the rest of some of the other older movies. Yeah.
So then, I don't know. I really like. I can see why they're like closing it down now, and I think it's fine that they're going. I want them to replace it with something better, but at the time and still being able to enjoy it, I think it's still a fun and unique experience that used a lot of cool technology.
I think, and I can't believe I'm saying this to the public, that I'm going to take some time and watch Stitch's Great Escape. I think I can at least do that. Like, even if I couldn't sit through it, because I'm just an angry, bitter old person, then I can sit and watch it on YouTube. I think you've convinced me that much.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's for everyone. I think it's definitely one of those rides where I think the problem with the ride is that it was an attraction that was attractive to adults and teenagers, which is what Michael Eisner wanted it to be. And then once they switched that to like a younger demographic, it's made the people who originally enjoyed the attraction bitter about it. And I feel like that's kind of what happened for you, because it was something like if they suddenly like made the Tower of Terror like just for kids, I'd be livid.
Right.
So I completely sympathize with that. So I would be so mad.
Yeah, it's just one of those like chips on my shoulder. I just just can't get rid of it. Well, I would love to know what you guys think. I think there's a lot of, general, like we said, this is definitely an unpopular opinion. But maybe you agree with Isaac. Maybe you loved Stitch when you were younger and you thought it was great. I would love to know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you again for joining me on this and for taking me on this, because I know I'm very vocal normally about how much I hate this ride, but honestly, your view, like, I get it now. I get where you're coming from in terms of like how that movie and how the timing from your childhood, it just like coincided in the perfect sort of way. And I guess I never got out of my head of like, that change. But I get it now. I have a little bit more understanding, I think. So I'm glad you can come on and correct me a little bit.
Oh yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you again for joining me, Isaac. And guys, you should definitely check out his channel. It's really, really awesome. And it means a lot to me as such a big channel for you coming on to my channel. I feel so itty bitty compared to you, but it's been a blast talking to you about this.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. And as always, have a great rest of the day. Bye.